So with there only being a few days left of Season 3 here in Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, I thought it would be a great idea to give you guys my controller settings for Call of Duty. Now for the past few months, I have been using controller to play Call of Duty. Now not this exact controller, I've actually been using this, my PS4 DualShock, but I recently got the DualSense PS5 controller and it's been great. I'm having a lot of fun with it, so I want to give you guys my settings. As always, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to subscribe with bell notifications because it deeply helps me out, and let's get right into it. So first off, if we go all the way to settings and we go down to controller, you guys can see that I do play on controller, but that's not the most important part. So if we start off with edit button layout, you guys can see I play tactical flipped. Basically meaning I use the buttons, not the triggers, to shoot and aim, which is what this basically says. Flip the actions of L1 and R1 buttons with those on the L2 and R2 buttons. For Warzone, it's the same thing, although I might switch it back to actually just default for Warzone, because for Warzone especially, it does feel a little bit weird, but I don't want to confuse myself, so I'm just going to leave it as that for now. Now, since I do play on a PS5 controller, my trigger effect is on full haptics. Even though I don't 100% use the triggers here, they are on full haptics if I decide to use them, but for Warzone, I might turn them off just because I felt a little bit of delay. It might just been the lag, but I felt a little bit of delay using them, so who knows? It's going to stay at full haptics for now, but I have them, however they are. My horizontal stick and vertical stick sensitivities, these are your main sensitivities. They're both set as 6.5, just because, I think it's the best. I would up this to 7.6 and see how it feels, but ultimately, it's up to you and your controller. Down here is my sensitivity multiplier. I just have these all on default. I never literally touch these, and it's probably going to stay like that. My vertical aim axis, all of this is just default standard. My aim down sight behavior is actually on hold, because who doesn't have it on hold? My change unit share input is just the default. I haven't touched it. And my automatic sprint is automatic tap. All of this stuff down here is basically for Warzone, except for interact/reload. This is, you keep this on tap to reload, or if you prioritize interacting, which means picking things up in Warzone, then you might want to have it on that. But I have it to tap to reload because I mostly play multiplayer. And then this is for Warzone as well, the apply all for armor plate behavior. Now, traveling to the advanced tab, you guys can see my target aim assist is of course on. Who doesn't have it on? My aim assist type is precision, and my aim assist response curve type is dynamic. Otherwise, I would change it to standard or linear. I'm still testing out to see which one works better for me, but ultimately choose the one that's better for you and your aim. My custom zoom per sensitivity is as follows. So I normally use the 4 to 5x snipers when I'm playing multiplayer, just so I can, zoom in further and move quicker. So this one is to the max just because I like the quick scope, and then everything else is to default. And then my input dead zones, don't pick my dead zones, pick what's best for your controller and your stick drift or whatever you have to wear. This is just what I came up with watching a few YouTube videos and ultimately just using my controller. My controller doesn't have stick drift. It's a brand new controller. I got it like a week or two ago. So, stick drift should not be a problem. And all the gyro crap is just off because not only do I not know what gyro is, but I was told that it could give you a virus on PlayStation 5. I don't know how true it is. Let me know in the comments, but that's what I was told. Coming down here, all of this is basically for Warzone. So anything you see here, you can go ahead and copy it down because I'm not too sure what this stuff means. So just copy it down, whatever you see, if you guys want this or if you don't. Down here is all basically for Warzone. Everything down here is basically just for Warzone, and I don't play Warzone, I play multiplayer. On the off chance I do play Warzone, maybe I'll come in here and tweak a sensitivity or two, but ultimately, I'm a multiplayer guy. Now, since I used to play keyboard and mouse on this game, my keyboard and mouse sensitivities and all the stuff is tweaked to fit my gameplay, but since I no longer play keyboard on this, you guys can go ahead, pause the video, and you guys can take whatever you guys want. If you do play keyboard and mouse, and you guys want any of this stuff here, you can go ahead and take it. I had all my key buttons set up, but since I no longer use my keyboard and mouse to play multiplayer, I use controller now. So none of this stuff is actually, I don't need it. So yeah, you guys can take whatever you guys want out of here. Feel free, be my guest, I don't care. Down here to graphics, so this doesn't really matter too much since I'm on PS5, but I have turned on-demand touch streaming on just to make my game look better for the streams and for the videos. World plus weapon motion blur is off. Everybody should have this off. If you have this on, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. It causes choppiness, it causes screen tearing, it can take your FPS down. You need to turn this off because you just have a smoother gameplay. Depth of field and all this stuff is on just because it makes the graphics look better in my opinion. So I put all that on. My FOV is at 120, of course. I have FOV field of view as affected and weapon field of view wide. So all of that is set. And then all of this stuff down here, I basically just never touch. Down here to my audio settings, this is kind of very audio dependent. Like this is very subjective to the person playing the game. Because like you could be playing on speakers. I use headphones. Of course, I use headphones. I should go to headphones bass boosted. Maybe make my audio sound a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. My master volume here is at 34 with everything else. As you guys can see here, I don't really touch any of this stuff. I only turn things down if I need to turn things down, and that's basically it. Voice chat is on. I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I know why I put that on. I was gonna do a video trolling, and you know, it never happened. Like I said, down here to microphone as well. This is all dependent on your audio settings. I use a mixer connected to my PS5 that goes straight to my PC. So I have an extra microphone hooked up to my PlayStation 5 so that I can use game chat and all that crap. So this is, again, very subjective. You guys can use what works for you. I have subtitles to default. I don't really mess with subtitles because the cutscenes in this game are kind of boring. And then all of this I've never even touched. Down here, I kept it to what it is. Everything down here is just default. Now in interface, this is something that you need to keep in mind. I want you to change two settings, for actually three settings. First of all, put your minimap to square. It allows you to see more of the minimap, as you can see under my face, and put minimap rotation on. That way you always see straight ahead of you. So basically that's what you do. Horizontal compass, you can turn this on or off. It really doesn't matter. I keep it off just to have my game looking smoother because I don't know, for some reason it makes my game choppy. Crosshair I have off for a reason. That comes into account in a second. Go down here and put on center dot and make it larger. This is gonna make sure that it doesn't move. And you can put your dot on the enemy's head a lot faster. And then last thing I recommend here in interface is put on inverted flash. Basically, when you get flashed, instead of it flashbanging you when you get white screen and you just go blind for 10 seconds, it'll go black, saving your eyesight and actually making it better for you to play. So put on inverted flash, it's actually better. And ladies and gentlemen, those are my Modern Warfare 2 settings / Warzone 2 settings. As you guys can see, there's some things that I haven't touched, some things that I need to tweak a lot more. But if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to respond to you guys if I can. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's very much appreciated. Mark ARP just hit 100 subscribers, and we are now on the road to 150 subscribers. So I really appreciate if you guys could do that. Also, subscribe to my live stream channel. I live stream over there. Plus, I post story mode, walkthrough games. I'm getting through Ratchet and Clank at the moment. It's a lot of fun, and I would really appreciate if you guys watch. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome night, and peace out.